Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome to today, episode 57. And we are moving through the air portion element of the body and into the ether, the element of sound. So as you see, we're still in the unseen. We're stepping higher into the unseen. We're stepping higher into the power of our vibration. The throat region. Yes. Oftentimes I'm quite surprised when I'll be talking about something and my voice will just decide to step back, to not produce. Good morning, sir. Welcome. Thank you. Yes, the throat region, the etheric region, the ether. It's even more subtler. It's even more subtler than perhaps the air. It goes from the subtle body to the gross, to the bigger. And it's so powerful. As you well know, how powerful this is in voice. It is equally, if not more powerful in the vibration. It's a place where we purify. We purify. As we breathe in, there's so many filtering things, and the nuances of what we breathe in affect our brain. It picks up the vibration of our words. It affects our nervous system. It causes a response, a reaction, an action. It's such greatness that we're taking the time to really delve into. So I thank you so much for being here and doing it for you. My name's Deborah O'Neill, CEO and founder of BlissV.me Integrative Holistic Health. I'm here to share because I care. And this is important work. I love to work with advanced integrative energy healing. I love to work with kinesiology and the muscle testing and its effects of our words and our thoughts and our beliefs on our nervous system, and working with those so that the body can become whole-brained within seconds to those limiting beliefs with ease and grace, and if not simpler. I love to work with Healing Oil Collective, the essential oils, the plant medicines, those precious plants that are distilled with each little drop and create an effect on our bodies to support our bodies, your body. One little tiny drop. I was working with helichrysum last night and today, and I curate my own perfumes, or your own perfumes if you're interested. I also love regular studies in shamanism. So intrigued with the four directions, the east, the south, the west, and the north, as below the Mother Earth and Father Sky, and the inner part, the inner person, the inner child in each of us. So when we come into this region, the air, we are still in the air because it's cumulative, so it comes up into the more subtler ether area, the element of sound. Oh my gosh, I'm going to invite you to have a nice big clearing breath right here, right now, and make some sound. So take a nice deep breath in and just let it out. It's the exhalation that is the greatest healer. The inhale is the nourishing, and the exhale is the letting go. So the nourishing and the expelling, right? To let go, to exhale, to release, to let go, to inhale, to nourish, to breathe in, to receive. And then to allow the vibration, allow whatever it is that's being kept and not serving the body, causing aggravation, agitation, irritation in the body, anxiety, whatever it shows up as, whatever that is, it's the exhalation that is the healing. So when we work with this area, this new etheric area, oh, good morning, Carl. Good morning. I just realized I don't have any lights on here, but it's harder for me to see the scrolling coming through. Good morning, Kathy. So when we are working with this area, we dabbled in language and words before. Even more precious now. Even more precious. So as you see, we're creating our greater awareness. Each rise in what we're working with rises our awareness. That reminds me, I picked a name for the membership, monthly membership, and it will be called Rise Up. Because, oh my gosh, that's totally what we are doing. If you're somebody that feels like you're always rising up from the ashes, you get knocked down, you rise up. You get knocked down, you rise up. I get knocked down, I rise up. I take two steps backwards, I take 11,000 steps forward, right up to the top of the Himalayas. So, I also love music, and I love shows like The Voice, and I was just recently watching American Idol, and I don't know if you've seen it, but just Sam won, and she was a subway singer, and she just won American Idol. So anything is possible, and she sang Rise Up last night. So I felt that it was confirmation for me that the name that I had chosen was the right one. So hopefully you'll join me in Rise Up when we're finished with this program, which is probably about the end of June. In about 100 videos, I kind of looked at what we would be doing, and that's kind of that timing that's showing up. But I'm open to the flow. And this area also is open to the flow, the throat region. Yes. So in yoga, this is called Vishuddhi. And that means purification. So it is it's what we ingest. It's how we eat. It's how we swallow. It's how we chew. It works with obviously the sound, but it also works with the ears. So that's the primary areas that we'll be working with. And we may even step into doing some chanting if I can get brave enough. This is the hum area. Each energy center has a vibratory seed. It's called a seed, and it has it also is tuned to a certain note on the piano, or a certain note in music. So there you have it. This is where we're going. It's exciting times. It's going to involve some deep listening. It's going to involve expressing our truths, your deep listening. And it's going to involve experiencing and creating a deeper resonance in your life. A deeper resonance. And when we tune an instrument, when an instrument is tuned, its resonance affects all the instruments in the orchestra. All the instruments. So this is where we're going in this subtleness, in really taking that deep dive in the next few days, however long that's going to take. It took us almost 2 weeks to go through air, so let's see what happens when we work with this subtle resonance that we are working with. And how that's going to affect our cellular body. Just imagine that resonance as we attune to this resonance, how that's going to attune and affect our cellular body. It's quite exciting. Let's bring our imagination to our tree roots and start to allow the tree roots to simply glide through the center core, down to the center core of the earth. Just subtly let them glide, these fine lines. Just a fine line is all we need, and just through, and turn on your sensories And as we enter this new element, see if your sensory alters a little bit. As we move into this higher vibration, see if your sensory starts to move and has a different effect on you. Effect is how it affects something outside of you, externally. Affect affects the internal part of you. And draw up that earth energy and allow it to come into your 2 feet. And draw it up through the legs, into the hips, washing that beautiful basin of massive joints that are doing so much work for us. And breathe it up into the lower abdomen and into the chest, and into the shoulders and down the arms, into the hands. Up into the throat. Let's bathe this area in gratitude. In gratitude for all its energy center and all the information, all the information this area of the body receives. It is all these energy centers are communication portals to everything else in the body that works synchronistively. And breathe it up into the head and over the cranium, and allow it to come out the Sahasrara and then come down the outside of the body in all its subtleness. And bring the body into a centering place. And feel this new vibration, this new level of frequency that we're tapping into. Do you notice the difference? This area is the area of thy will. Thy will. We're moving into the etheric realm. This area is also the blueprint of the body. As an energy practitioner, this is the blueprint. Where every single thing is a holographic blueprint. We'll talk more about the blueprint tomorrow. But for now, that's another step and piece of where we will be visiting with all our full curiosity and learning and relearning, and allowing ourselves and giving ourselves permission to be curious, and giving ourselves permission to think something differently than what we thought. Now let's bring that alignment, or that centering, into full alignment, because this, without alignment, we would, I can almost guarantee that we're not going to be aligned into what it is that we want to do, what's most important to us, how we want to show up in life, whether that's an action or just a being. Being is an action, because both take awareness and both take that resolve, that goal to live that little bit differently today, in this moment in time, to plant that new seed of how you want that rebound, that echo to come back to you. Every time you go, oh my gosh, I just did it differently. I like the way I showed up for that situation. I want more of that, please. I want to be more of that. It's a place to celebrate. So how can you not be in bliss when you have all these little seeds that you plant every single day and you go, yay me, yay me. I did it. I feel good about it. I really like how I responded to that email. I really like how I chose to step away from that situation and say, no, I'm just going to take some time from this. Or, and it may not always work for the other person. And then you can say, it's unfortunate that you had a reaction into a way that I chose to show up yesterday. I'm really doing some great work with myself. And it was important for me to just remove myself from that situation. And they might go, wow, what's up with him? What's up with her? They're weird. Thank you. Thank you. I like being weird. Let's take our aligning right straight up to divine creator, source, energy, universal forces. And allow that fine line to go straight up to divine. Or whatever your word is, the place of many names. I love working with the word divine. D squared, Deborah and divine, D squared. Yes, that's my powerhouse. That's my superpower. And allow this beautiful gold and white light energy to come down, straight into Sahasrara. Allow it to fill the head. Feel this beautiful effervescence. And as we get closer to Sahasrara, and invite it in and say welcome. If it feels unfamiliar, say I look forward to getting to know you better, and allowing this healing energy, this divine creator source energy, higher self energy, to wash and bathe your whole body, every cell and every space in between each cell, as you allow it to cascade down. Turn on your sensories. Have fun with this. It's beautiful. It's our place of intuition. It's our place of asking. It's our place of truth and our place of knowing. This is truth. This region is truth. It's stepping into the truth that perhaps there's something bigger here than just me. And it's not just me. It's me. We are one. This is the place that we are one yet again. And let's come into our mantra, the Soham. Even though we're not speaking that, the vibration is still there. So maybe go into it with a different knowingness or a different acceptance to the truth of what is. Because every thought has a vibration, has a frequency. So does Soham. As we sit here in this ancient text, that's the frequency we're tapping into. So allow the lower abdomen to be engaged in a deep diaphragmatic breath if it's not already. Put your hand on your abdomen. I still do it after all these years. Especially when I go to bed at night. That's where I place my hands. Place them on my abdomen. And I give gratitude to my breath as I can feel my lower abdomen expand and just naturally fall in the exhalation. And I invite you to try to take your breath inhalation a little deeper and exhalation a little longer. And remembering that our exhalation is expelling the CO2 in our body. So we want to take a couple really deep breaths to get into that stale CO2 that we're expelling. In my morning yoga, I do a CO2 expelling. And it's called the dragon breath, where I literally am pushing it out of my system and then allowing the inhalation to nourish even deeper that I've just expelled that CO2 from. And smooth, like oil pouring the breath, smooth on the inhalation and smooth on the exhalation. Slow and smooth through the nostrils if you can, on the inhalation and the exhalation. We go right into the outro. I'll be quiet for the next 2 minutes as we have this opportunity to sit together in stillness and to be aware of when the mind interrupts. And maybe the mind won't interrupt today. And thank you so much for sitting with me, and we'll do our offering at the end of the 2 minutes. Inhaling on the so, exhaling on the hum. See if you can see the frequency of the ocean as you hear the so hum in your head. You can even try releasing, just allowing the mantra to be and sit with peace. Our offering for this morning is focus on what really matters. I think that's a direct reflection to the area of the body that we're working with, the etheric sound level, offering us the opportunity to set our intentions for thy will, not my will, but thy will, as we move forward in our journey together. Thank you for being here. I invite you to share this information if you find value. I'm also open to receiving direct messaging if you have any questions, or if you'd like to offer a testimonial of value as we move forward. Also, I invite you to go to www.blissbe.me and put your name in and your email in so that you can be on the wait list for the opening of Rise Up monthly membership. I would love to have you follow me into this new place of beingness so that we can create bliss in our every single day. It's right here waiting for us. So on that, make it a great day, and I love you.